Hey everyone, on today's show, we're going to play Push or Shove. We're going to take a look at tag teams and ask who's the Genetti. We're going to finish up our year-end awards. So throw up those quiet coyotes like at the end of Dynamite. Silence that H phone because episode 39 starts right now.
Fucking H phone.
Hey everyone, my name is Zach. We are loving the H phone so much. Get yours at your, I don't know, Aldi's or dollar store. Today's show, we got everyone here again. We got Noc. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Enjoying the year. My Saints are running through the Bears on Nickelodeon, so it's a good day.
Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm enjoying the fact that I am the only champion to defend the title at the big pay-per-views. Royal Rumble coming up, SummerSlam.
Oh, man. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, we forgot about Impacts on Saturday, so I guess we'll get the next
hard
one.
to kill. Yeah,
No, they had Genesis.
Oh, really?
There's their advertising.
I don't know if that counts.
Okay. All right. Well, we got a lot to get into today. Let's go down the line here of our usual shows. Monday Night Raw, you do it every week. I don't know how you do it. But this week, joining me in the pill that is hard to swallow, which is Monday Night Raw, Eric, watch your speed check.
That show was fucking awful. Oh, my God. Yeah, just watch that.
Not even your beloved Tatanka could save it?
not even. I love how he showed up in ring gear like he was ready to go.
Right. You know, the same guy who told Kane to show up at the whole Undertaker thing in costume told him to do it too.
Exactly.
Look, the show was weird. Man. I mean, Lacey and Peyton got a victory. R-Truth got a victory. Lucha House Party got victories. And then all of a sudden at the end, you have Keith Lee just vanish like it was a cyberpunk like glitch, and out comes Goldberg.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Man.
Apparently, the timing was just awful the entire night. So that's why Keith Lee had to play Danny Phantom and disappear.
Yeah.
But I mean, at this point, if your timing is that bad, then like fix your system, man. Stop writing the show at the last minute.
Mm-hmm. What I saw was so McIntyre was supposed to speak before that, which would have prompted Goldberg to come out and give that same promo. But since that didn't happen, that's why the promo felt so off, because he was just making shit up, it seemed like.
And two things on that. He was supposed to speak before the last match, which would have been odd timing-wise and structure-wise for the episode. And then Goldberg was going to, I don't know, it's just like weird what I read. And then secondly, Goldberg, why stick to a script that no longer is
exactly.
Really... Yeah.
You gotta, if you're professional, man, you gotta switch it up on, you know. Well, this is what happens when Vince rushes his homework.
It's
last 5 minutes.
It's also kind of weird because I think what he was supposed to say before was kind of heelish. Like he was supposed to cut a promo on the Legends. So Goldberg would have been the true baby face of this feud.
Like, which is just why.
Right.
Shout out to my boy Amos for hitting a nice roundhouse kick on that guitar, man. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give a shout out to the cameraman. He was in the right place.
Dude, that's true. That production there is top notch for those reasons. Any of these Legends stand out to you, or did we just see the same old stuff we see every single Legends episode?
Well, I think this is the first one where I've realized, holy shit, it is the same thing every time. Just too many cameos. I didn't realize that.
This was worse. Like, there's no cameo I remember that I really liked, and I felt like everyone was just getting shitted on all night. So, you know, that's why Carlito turned it down. He's like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Exactly. Yeah. X-Pac did it for the same reason.
Yeah.
So let's just get this out of the way now, Eric. Are you going to do speed test for Raw anymore, or am I the one again?
I'm literally going to decide in the moment. I've already told myself no, but maybe I'll suddenly want to torture myself.
All right. Well, if you don't, I understand. I'll take the bullet each week. So let's move on right now. Noc, you see AEW?
I did see AEW. Thoroughly enjoyed the show all around, especially that main event. We already talked about it, but we'll get to that. My thing with Sting, man, I feel like if you're going to keep doing this with Sting each week, he shouldn't have had that second week where he was talking, because that threw off the mystique, and I would have been, I don't know. But Moxley gave a really good promo. I really liked Wardlow and Hager. I'm glad that had an actual finish to it, and it wasn't just like some cheap DQ or whatever. So Wardlow got that victory. Eric touches in his speed check also with the SCU and the Bucks versus the Acclaimed the Jesus Christ Hybrid 2 TH2. Everyone got a shine in that. It was really good. Everyone looked strong, so I really enjoyed that match. And my boy, Superfly Snoop Dogg with his splash. He got better frog splash than the Miz. So shout out to Snoop Dogg for really committing.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him do that. I can't remember if you guys sent it to me or if I just found it on Facebook. Someone made a clip of Snoop Dogg and Sasha both doing splashes, and Sasha's splash was not as good as that.
Oh,
so
man.
I don't know, man. Snoop might be getting a push this year.
Did he do a splash at one of the Manias?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I'm almost positive he did a splash at a Mania.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Someone can correct me in the comments.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Because the way he got on those ropes, he looked shook, man. He was scared. So I don't know if he did that before.
And he had to tell him bring it closer. I respect him for it. At least you don't want to look stupid missing, but
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was just surprised he did so much. I thought with his promo with the private party was great. Like I loved the idea of that, but I felt Matt shouldn't have been in that promo. They should have did that separate because I feel like it took away from Snoop talking. I would have wanted to hear. He seemed a little awkward in that. I wanted to see more from him talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It was almost like a joke that had to happen because the whole gin and juice thing.
Yeah.
But
right.
They kind of ruined it with Matt Hardy.
Man. I would have loved to hear that conversation. Them telling him their finisher. Hey, this is what we do because it's a really cool finisher. It's a shame they couldn't wrestle in this episode, but man, that's really cool.
Yeah. But all in all, good episode. That main event was pretty nice.
Oh my gosh.
There were a lot of spots. I've always wanted to wrestle more Pentagon style than Ray Phoenix, but it's matches like these that make me wish I could wrestle like Ray Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix is in my top 3 favorite wrestlers right now. I love everything he does. Him and Omega had a great match. This might be their best match together that I've seen. Everything was just on point.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think about the ending? Because so I didn't really get into the Bullet Club in New Japan just because I didn't have access to it. What are your thoughts about this? Because from what I'm seeing and what Tonga and like other people are saying online, or it's like divided.
I think this is great. I wonder if Tama's playing the role of he might come over. I'm still in that boat where they have a relationship and he might come over and they can feud or do something. But Bullet Club and AEW, everyone has gold. It's perfect. I just think they telegraphed this a bit too much. There's so many times in this main event where I felt like, oh, they're going to come out now. Oh, they're probably going to come out now. And then they finally did. So I was like, by the time it happened, I wasn't really surprised.
Yeah, you got better insight than me because I didn't see it coming. I do like it. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, like the moment where like Moxley gave his promo and he's like, I'm coming after you. I'm in your rear. I'm like, okay, so Kenny's gonna have something. And then later on, when Eddie Kingston, when they put his promo on, I thought it was gonna be the Bullet Club's debut, but it was him. So I was like, oh, all right. I don't know. It just felt like they kept hinting at it.
I think it is. Why I didn't catch it. I joked about it in my speech. Like, is that I'm so used to WWE only doing certain things. Like, for example, I didn't think Hager and Wardlow would have a clean finish because WWE never gives a clean finish like that on TV.
Yeah.
So I thought the way you saw it coming, I was like, oh, in pro wrestling, they never have somebody do things twice in one night. So I really didn't think Moxley was going to come back out tonight. So they swerved me. I fell for it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is Penta still hurt?
A little bit. Like enough that he shouldn't be wrestling, but not like Trent.
Yeah, that's a shame about Trent, man. He had that match that Miro was supposed to have. Now they can put that on hold.
I think especially with this episode, I think they're finding their way around it. I'm not a big fan of where this young boy stuff is going. He's obviously going to lose, and then at the wedding, it's going to like stop. But I'm not really telegraphing how this is going to go. But again,
oh bad.
Yeah.
Did you guys enjoy the women's match?
I did. I loved it.
I would have if commentary would have shut the fuck up. This is a monster. You guys don't understand what a monster is. You guys need to understand this. You guys need to know this. Oh my God, she sat up. Like, we got it. Can I just enjoy this? Secondly, again, put makeup on the rest of her body if she's a zombie.
Yeah. I do love their makeup improvements. I do notice some of the improvements they have already. They've been really good.
Like, it would have been a solid match for me. I honestly would have. I muted it halfway through. It just started to really piss me off with those guys.
That's fair. Jericho did give away too much.
He was like, you just said it. Yeah, he was like giving stuff away and then like backtracking on it.
Right. it was a shame. I just focused entirely on the creativity they put into the match. It was something different.
Yeah.
But otherwise, good show. I'm excited for night 2. I don't think it's gonna be as good because I feel like how you top this, but let's see.
Yeah. I mean, if they weren't going to do night 2 with this and cap it all off with the Bullet Club, it's not even called the Bullet Club yet, so we don't know. But with that reunion, maybe they have something even bigger planned at the end. And hopefully Don Callis doesn't kind of like tip his hat towards it when he starts speaking on the mic, 10 minutes before it happens. But
yeah, I'm calling it now on the show. Bullet Club in AEW will lead to War Games, Blood and Guts with Moxley and whoever team he has.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I'm just praying and hoping for Marty. That's all I want is Marty to show up.
Except in your text messages. Let's move on to NXT New Year's Evil. Did you guys catch this one? I caught it on Hulu, and the only matches they put on there that I saw were Cross beat Priest, Gonzalez beat Rhea, and Finn Balor beat Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah. I love Raquel Gonzalez. I think she's going to win the women's titles very soon. Rhea's getting called up. That was a great match. They didn't hold back. Good finish. But so going into this, I didn't think anything would top Omega and Phoenix, but goddamn, Balor and O'Reilly are just perfect together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeez. Everything they were doing, man. And I was very shocked Balor got the tap out win. I don't think he's ever got that yet. In WWE, at least.
No, I don't think so. It was a good finish. It was a nice fight feel.
Yeah, just be beating each other up, man, and like they're so good together. I think. Do we see an O'Reilly Balor 3? Do you think, or do you think this is it?
I think this is it.
Man,
Maybe in the
it's tough to
future.
tell.
Yeah.
Like without the title, you think?
Yeah. Well, actually, I think in the future because Triple H does like bringing back like Ciampa and Gargano kept going forever. So
yeah,
that's true.
Like usually, if someone loses twice to someone, the champ like Balor would get called up soon. So in a non-title match, he would lose to the person. But I don't see Balor getting called up. It's a different circumstance this time around, and I don't think he wants to go. This is the best he's been.
Yeah, he did, just in the interview we talked about. Going back to NXT was the best thing he ever did. So
it is.
Yeah.
It's who he should have been the whole time. And it's ridiculous.
Do you guys think? Go ahead.
I was going to ask. Do you think he never goes back to the main roster?
I don't see it.
Honestly. I don't either.
Yeah.
Like, why would you?
True.
What did you guys think of the women's match?
That was my match of the night.
Okay.
Yeah. It's close second for me, but I love Raquel, man. They stole it over AEW easily, but
yeah, it was a nice match. The locker spot, I'll give them props for that.
Yeah.
That was a really good match. That was again, it's just you're using the performance center while you can, and it's just a nice change from being in that with all those damn TV screens. Watching Raw and SmackDown with all those and all the lasers, like I'm gonna have a seizure or something.
Yeah, I like the gritty feeling of NXT, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll give Rhea Ripley credit. I don't remember the last time I've thought this or I felt this way, but she really put over Raquel Gonzalez in my mind. Like I wasn't a huge fan, but now the way she put her over, I'm in her corner now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else on NXT? Let me ask you really quick. So Xia Li came back?
Yeah, she did. I didn't see that match, but I think it was Aaliyah, right? She fought her.
It was
Cortez?
Yeah.
Oh shit, never mind.
It was so here's my problem with Xia Li and why I don't like her is yes, she can do strikes, she can kick, she can do all of that, but she doesn't wrestle. It's I don't want to say it's like a strike fest with her. There's no substance, and I want to see her actually wrestle a match against someone to prove that she can actually do it instead of just always striking. She's gonna hurt someone if she doesn't get to just wrestle a match,
Gotcha.
like how she hurt Aaliyah.
How's her gimmick coming back now?
Interesting. It's not enough for me to like her.
Okay.
But it's very interesting. Like it's almost like old school cartoon villainy because there's this mysterious villain that she and what's his name, Boa or something like that.
Yeah, Boa.
Yeah, that they like worship, and she just like sits on the stage.
Oh, she was out on stage?
Yeah, she sits there the whole time. So she looks cool, but I don't like Xia Li enough to care about the gimmick. So
okay. Man, it's like Mortal Kombat. What's his name? Sitting in the background.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which, by the way, to our listeners, I watched Mortal Kombat Annihilation a few days ago. That is one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen.
Oh man, they had one on YouTube a few years back with Michael J. White.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Jax. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that old one, nah, that ain't it.
Yeah. All right, well, that's NXT. Let's move on to some sweet apple pie. SmackDown Friday nights. Sonya Deville looks like she is going to take the job Billie Kay was trying to get. The Dirty Dogs are your new tag champs. And in a great gauntlet match, the winner is Adam Pearce.
Oh, man. I have mixed feelings about that.
I'm torn because I get the feeling that either WWE is experimenting with something or they'll accidentally stumble upon it. Either way, I think we're very close to getting Shinsuke Mania.
That'd be cool. He did wrestle like Shinsuke in this. He didn't wrestle like
WWE. This is the Shinsuke I missed, man. Him and Ray, I'll admit, their match wasn't like they were very out of sync for some of their spots. But when Ray went for that frog splash and Shinsuke with the knees and into that arm bar, oh my gosh. I was reminded, oh, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. This is the guy I raved about for years. So he had a great showing.
Yeah, he really did. And if they do Kofi Mania, I know it's copy paste, but it's something that gives credibility to Nakamura.
Yeah, it's funny you bring up the copy and paste because the first match, Ray, when he pinned Sammy, that literally happened last year on the Raw Gauntlet when Ray pinned Sammy in the first match. So, yeah, and it was the same thing. It was a quick Sammy went for the haluva kick and Ray rolled him up, and it was just like that.
You know, at least Sammy doesn't get paid by the hour.
Seriously. The other one I really loved, I really enjoyed Big E versus Apollo Crews. The way they set it up. I had watched Eric Speedcheck before I watched SmackDown, so I was looking for a few things. And normally when the WWE does this type of stuff, it doesn't work, but it was perfect. And it gave Big E layers because you've seen him joke around a bit, but once Apollo Crews slapped him, he didn't do no hip swivel anymore. He was straight to business. Mm-hmm. So I like that aspect of it. And Corey, man, oh my gosh. Eric,
that was
you were right.
Dumbest thing. I fucking hate Corey Graves after saying that.
So he literally says that, and then the next sentence, he contradicts himself.
Oh, that made me so mad. I don't know how that man could go home and look in the mirror ever again after saying that and not call himself an idiot.
Yeah, that was a good show for both guys. Dirty Dogs being the new tag champs. It's like I'm fine with it. I love both guys, right? And the Street Profits have had a great run. They can do no wrong. The Street Profits. They're gonna be good without the belt. But the point is, who's gonna face them? They don't have a tag division.
No,
they had no tag division, and then they split that up between the two shows.
Yeah, and then I guess Shinsuke and what's his name aren't really a tag team if Shinsuke goes face and Cesaro stays heel.
Yeah, Cesaro tweeted in favor of Shinsuke.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're gonna do that as a
I'm trying to go down the list. I mean, if you bring back Buddy and have him and Dominic go for it, I can see that, and that'd be a good way because they're heels to be transitional champions.
Oh, I'd take that.
Yeah, I can see that maybe being a Mania thing, a little bit of a build. I do not want to see Otis and Chad as champs. I'm sorry. I'm sick of it. I love Chad, but this ain't it.
No, it isn't.
Nah. I don't know. Maybe even Ray and Dominic.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, that'd
that's
be
what
cool.
that's what I predicted. I would have loved to see that, but I don't see it anymore. I think Murphy's in that position.
True.
We'll see how that goes. Any other takeaways from SmackDown?
Yeah, one last thing. Did I miss something? But wasn't Seth Rollins advertised for like last SmackDown? What happened to that?
Yeah, he was. Who knows?
Yeah. You might have just jumped the
man.
gun like they did with Carlito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not coming back. Come on now. Oh man.
All right.
But yeah,
Go ahead.
just real quick, the reason I have the mixed feelings with the Adam Pearce thing is like, I don't know, I feel like it's an experiment, but I think it's cool that he's going to get a world title shot because people may not know, but he actually is a accomplished wrestler. He did a lot of work on the indies, so
Oh yeah, and NWA.
for that reason, I'm fine with it. But it was weird.
I'm down for it. I think Reigns is just gonna fuck him up, and it's gonna make Reigns a bigger heel. And like Zach pointed out, it's throwaway pay-per-view for the champion anyway. So
Yeah, every year it is. And when the title does change hands, you know it's going to because you already know the Royal Rumble and Mania plans ahead of time because no one shuts their mouth in the company.
Yeah,
that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good match. And then honestly, if it does injure him, then you got Sonya Deville hopefully on both shows during the calls.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys watch anything else this week?
Oh, New Japan, Wrestle Kingdom 15, man, some great matches. Kota Ibushi walking out as a champ. I loved Ospreay and Okada. Another match was Jeff Cobb versus Shingo Takagi. So a lot of good stuff on Wrestle Kingdom 15 this year. It's a shame Moxley couldn't be there because the replacement they got for Kenta, I couldn't have cared less about it. They did what they could, but it really wasn't. It was a low spot. God finally won at Wrestle Kingdom, taking home the belts. They're now the record holders for I think it's 6 or 7 titles they have now. So it was a good pay-per-view, man. Good 2 days.
Nice.
Have they never won at Wrestle Kingdom before?
No, this was their first one. They always either walk into the belts or walk into the pay-per-view as champs and lose, or they challenge for it and lose.
Damn. All right, well, good for them.
Yeah.
All right. I checked out MLW. It was their Kings of Coliseum event, not Kings of the Coliseum, but Kings of Coliseum. Let's see here. Simon Gotch didn't show up so his match didn't, it's storyline, but his match didn't happen. Otherwise, the Von Erichs beat the Dirty Blondes and Alexander Hammerstone and Mads Kruger. Cool big man match that for the national open weight. That match just got kind of thrown out because they kept fighting outside the ring. And the big takeaway from this is Leo Rush beat Myron Reed to become the world middleweight champion.
Yes, I did see that. Shout out to Leon Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Leo Rush, jeez. Leon Rush.
Nice.
Yeah,
I didn't know Simon Gotch was still wrestling. I thought he was taking
I didn't either. I had to pause for a second.
That's interesting because I just saw today on a post, like a random Facebook group, that Aiden English is posting in actors' Facebook pages. He's trying to break into acting. He's taking a break from wrestling.
I'm not surprised because didn't he do some stage plays and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
The last thing I watched was NXT UK, the number 1 contenders match for the women's title. Ginny defeated Piper Niven. Mastiff beat Huxley. And for the cruiserweight title, I think it was for the cruiserweight title. Maybe it wasn't. But anyways, it was Ben Carter versus Jordan Devlin. This match was really, really good. If you don't watch anything else on NXT, please go back and watch this. This was a Ben Carter showcase, and big round of applause to Devlin because he was basically leading the dance and making sure people got to see who Ben Carter was. And I really wanted him to be in AEW, but honestly, seeing him here in this match, he has the perfect style of what would work in AEW, but with the UK, more like the UK fighting style, I'll just say.
Yeah.
Right.
At this point in time, do you even think about Balor when you see Devlin? Because I feel like he's completely shook that off, and that's great of him.
Yeah, he shook it off. And at first, it wasn't even his fault. Like WWE, he did not help matters.
Yeah.
But he's done a great job shaking it off by himself.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go into some news and rumors. First up, I got WWE's not planning on having fans at the Royal Rumble, which is going to make it really awkward. Would you guys postpone the Rumble or no?
I don't think you can, but that's gonna be awkward. That's gonna be weird.
It is. Let me just say on MLW's Kings of Coliseum, they had not canned cheering, but canned talking. So if you've ever played like a virtual poker and they want to make the sound like you're in a casino, that's what it sounded like during that. And it was very weird.
I've gone crazy the past week complaining about canned cheering and booing. So my thoughts are really known about that.
Yeah, check out Speed Check.
Yes.
For Eric's thoughts on that.
I would take this year and do a what's it called? Cinematic Royal Rumble. This is the one year you can do it. So
yeah, they're pretty cool. You can do a lot of crazy stuff, man, with the elimination or fake eliminations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you even do surprises this year then? Is there any point to it?
If you can get Carlito.
It would just be surprises of people coming back, not like big stars. Like maybe Seth Rollins would be as big as it gets.
Yeah, I can see that. Man. Yeah, why not invite Carlito for something like that? Why invite him for like some 2-minute thing he don't even want to do?
Right.
Yeah. He said like he declined it, but he's willing to wrestle for them.
Yeah.
So why didn't they ask him to wrestle? That's ridiculous.
They just wanted to use his pool. All right. Next up, Sports Illustrated released their top 10 for wrestling for 2020. Men and women from 10 to 1. It went Kingston, not Kofi. Loudmouth, what's his name?
Eddie Kingston.
Yes, Eddie Kingston.
No.
He snuck in at 10. We got Roman Reigns at 9. We got Ibushi at 8. 7 is Io Shirai. 6, Bailey. 5, Kenny Omega. Naito at number 4. Drew at number 3. Number 2 is Moxley. And number 1, I cannot complain about this, Sasha Banks, Wrestler of the Year in 2020.
Okay, so this is, I need you guys to explain this to me because I thought Bailey did more than Sasha. I thought, because Sasha was out since what? She didn't come back until, I want to say...
When did she come back?
Before Mania. Let's say March, around March.
Because she returned out on Raw for sure, and she took her wig off. Or is that some other time? Am I wrong about that?
I don't know. I always think that the stuff that Bailey just had a better year because she was there more.
Yeah, Bailey for sure put it on her back.
But I don't know. I'm not saying Banks did a bad job. It's just
right.
It's like especially Bailey and Banks should be closer on that list. Bailey should not be that far that.
I think just with the outside stuff also, it really helped Sasha propel Sasha.
Yeah, that's true. Mandalorian and whatever else.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. I actually, now that you say it, I think you're 100% correct. Bailey did put a little bit more work in.
She did. I think Ibushi, next year's gonna be his year. One of the news I had was Wrestle Kingdom having 5 5-star matches. Ibushi had 2 of them. So just next level stuff from that guy, man.
You forget this dude has more matches behind him than ahead of him. He's not exactly young anymore. That's ridiculous.
And he makes me forget it though sometimes.
Yeah.
He makes me forget that. And then also with Bailey, she was just on Stone Cold's Smoking Skulls podcast, and she's talking about like she's been frustrated and like feeling down about herself since like 2017 for years, until her like when she finally made that run this year. So this was a hell of a comeback story for her because they really ruined her character. Her confidence was off. It didn't feel right. It's a damn shame.
That is, but I gotta say, her character I never really liked in NXT. It's like I know she can work, but that gimmick just never made sense, and it goes along with that other girl who puts her hands under her faces and smiles.
Kylie Ray.
Yeah. If those are your gimmicks, why are you entering a fighting company?
Right. Yeah.
But what I'm glad she's feeling better. But
that's how I felt about Eugene, But heck,
hey.
Leave Uncle Eric alone. All right, next up.
That's who needs to return for the Rumble.
Dark Eugene.
I wouldn't be mad at that though. I wouldn't be mad if you returned for the Rumble. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh man.
All right, next up, the Dusty Classic first round matches are going to be on Eric's favorite show, 205 Live.
Oh boy.
New Japan's Jay White is a free agent. It looks like WWE is kind of looking at him, but we'll see where that goes. Also, ROH's Dalton Castle is a free agent now as well. WWE pulled Mania 24 from the network, and it's most likely due to copyright issues with Mayweather using 50 cents. I get money. That's like one of my favorite manias. I just don't know why they didn't cut that match or cut the intro.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But hey, WWE.
Mm-hmm. Greg Hamilton's wife has COVID. I was going to text you guys. I
Jeez.
noticed his hands were shaking while announcing the matches.
I saw that, and I even wrote an entry about it. But I was like, I don't know what's going on with his life. So
exactly.
Yeah. Damn.
But yeah, he checked back with everyone and didn't need to apologize, but he apologized on Twitter for it. But hopefully everything works out and everything's good with her. And the last thing I have is WWE trademarked left, right. If you don't know the Konami code, it is up, down, down, left, right, BA selection on 2 players.
That doesn't surprise me. I do want to say, so for the Dusty Classic, they already announced one of the first matches. Breezango, who's going to get eliminated by Adam Cole and Roderick Strong, first round. So I think they're going to go on a run.
Okay.
I hope so. I wouldn't mind seeing them as tag champions, but
yeah, it'd be a nice twist.
Yeah.
But I feel like Roderick's done it too many times now.
Yeah. I was gonna ask so this left right thing. I read a description of it and I still get it. So is it just focused on wrestling itself? Because it's not gaming from what I read.
No, I think left right was gaming. So when was it? Sometime I think it's last year when Xavier Woods got injured and he couldn't travel with everyone. It was like Dio Madden, Adam Cole, and a bunch of people took over up, down, down, and made their own thing, left, right, but it's still on the channel. It was like a thing, but it's still mostly gaming they were doing. So I don't know if they're changing that, but that's how it was. It's pretty much just like the negative version, like the anti up, down, down.
I think they might
in storyline.
I think they might be changing it then because the description had like it was going to cover wrestling, sports, and all types of like it wasn't gaming in the description.
Oh, that's kind of weird then. I like the whole like anti thing. They had their own different cast member stuff. I thought that was really cool.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
All right, you guys got anything else?
Yeah, the Wrestle Kingdom, like I said, Ibushi had 2 5-star matches. Shingo Takagi and Jeff Cobb had a 5-star.
Of course.
Ospreay Okada had the other 5-star. So really good card, man. Definitely check it out. I think that might have been all I had. There might have been one more thing, but yeah, I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Let's see. So as we know, Damien Priest was supposed to get called up, but word has it, Roman Reigns, thanks to Kevin Owens actually, who asked Roman Reigns to talk to creative, it got called off, or got put off at least, because Damien Priest was supposed to come and be Kevin Owens' new best friend for some reason.
Random.
And exactly. So Owens is like, why are we friends? Like, we don't know each other like that well. Like, there's no reason why.
Just because they both were in Ring of Honor at one point.
Right.
At different times, though.
Oh, yeah. So thankfully they stopped him because I don't know, like they didn't have any plans for it. And it's not like they called Damien Priest up specifically. It was almost random, apparently.
Yeah.
So.
But the thing is, though, he was about to go into a storyline with Roman. Now he might be going to Raw to just, do nothing.
I have no logic behind this whatsoever, but for some reason, I have more faith in him on Raw than anybody else.
Really? Hey, I don't know. Maybe. I did have 2 more things I forgot. So WWE announced another show, Superstar Spectacle, coming. I think it's going to be in India. So, I mean, we'll see what goes on with that.
Yeah, it's going to be in India. Yeah.
I think that starts up this month.
Yeah.
I think Jinder and Bollywood Boys are going to be on there. So.
Yeah, and then, Jarek is doing a part of it, like you said before, how he's helping.
Yeah, because he has connection there. He had Ring Ka King over there, which didn't last long, but it had some really good stuff. So I'm not surprised. That's where Jarrett found the Bollywood Boys. So interesting.
Okay.
The last thing, Daniel Bryan's been trying to call up some NXT people, and after watching Kyle O'Reilly Balor, I'm not surprised he wants to, but he's been getting denied left and right. I'll go into that a little more in one of my segments, but I think Daniel Bryan should be able to have control over that, not just with the writers. If he wants to call people up, I think he could. What he was doing with Gulak was good. So
yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything else?
I'm all good.
Let's see what else was there. So we had Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. That match was canceled from AEW due to Rosa being exposed to someone who tested positive for COVID. Let's see, we already covered Carlito, Jay White. We're just going through the news. Last thing I had was just basically the ratings of the first shows for 2021. We had Smackdown with 2.013 million. They were up from 1.9 million. Raw Legends actually, like, I can't believe the ratings actually went up for the show, but they were at 2.128 million. Impact is at 148,000. AEW was at 662, which is down from the episode before, the Brody Lee tribute. NXT New Year's Evil was 641, just barely losing in the ratings. And some people are speculating that NXT and AEW's ratings were so low just because of all the stuff going on with the Capitol.
Yeah, I think that's part of it, honestly.
Yeah.
And the reason Raw's ratings were so big because of Legends Night is the same reason McDonald's serves billions.
Mm-hmm.
Give people trash and they'll eat it up.
True.
You forgot about one rating there, Eric.
What's that?
The Go Big Show.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. How'd they do?
They hit 1 million.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
It's
I
fresh
can't
out the
believe
gate,
that
so
worked.
we'll see how the next 2 weeks go.
Yeah. You know, usually shows better than what the average will turn out to be. So, good point.
Yeah. The last two things. So Nick Jackson also just revealed. Right, just keeps on going. Nick Jackson revealed that he was dealing with COVID during the build-up to the Bucks versus FTR. I didn't even catch that. Like, he got over that quickly, I'm assuming. But
yeah, I didn't know.
Fortunately for him, he's all good. It seems like he's back to 100%. And lastly, this is not to sway anyone, pro, con, Jericho, whatever, but it's revealed on Twitter Jericho donated $38,360 to the Trump campaign. Take that as you will. If you still like Jericho, you're allowed to. If you don't, whatever. But that just came out today. That's all I got.
Okay. Well then, Noc, if you got your segment ready to go, let's hit it.
Of course, man. The Noc stays ready. So I got another push or shove for you guys this week. I'll start it right off again. Push or shove. The 5-star Superfly Snoop Doggy Splash.
Every time you say that, you think you're about to say Snuka. And I guess. Oh man. Push it. Push to the moon.
Pretty soon you're gonna have to push him off to do it.
Seriously, man.
He's like a kid on the high dive.
I'm gonna go ahead and push that also. Second one, a face Shinsuke winning a world title in 2021.
Push.
Definitely, man. I need to see him get that last Grand Slam title. The Dirty Dogs as tag team champs going into Mania season.
Push.
You need to find someone bigger than them to take them off.
Yeah, you do. Just give them some more time to work. I think they'll be good. Daniel Bryan and other wrestlers alike being more in charge of NXT call-ups.
Push. I don't want writers or Vince to be responsible.
Yeah. Push. As long as it's not Edge, because I'm still seeing the news that he's not doing a great job. So Daniel Bryan, yes.
And I would say with a contingency plan, like you bring them up because you have 4 to 6 months worth of storytelling for them.
Yeah,
exactly. Outside of Samoa Joe, Corey Graves is WWE's best commentator.
Oh man.
Shove that.
I'm racking my brain to think who it could be.
I don't know, man. I might have to push it. I don't see.
I'm going Wade Barrett.
I was just thinking him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or even, I'll even say better than Corey is Beth Phoenix.
I was thinking
because she can get technical. She can also. They go to her sometimes. Ask, hey Beth, so when this happens in the ring, what's the mindset, and also how she turns it on and off when Breezango comes out, and she's just they obviously write a bit for her to comment on, and it works every time. I'll say those two.
Yeah, one thing I'll say Beth has naturally is like she knows when to turn it up to 11, But other than that, she stays like calm, and it's actually good to listen to. It's not like I'm just hearing nonsense in my ear.
Yeah,
I'll give her credit for that. Okay.
I'll even throw Nigel McGuinness is still on NXT UK, I think. So I'll even put him in there.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Sorry, Corey. All right. Matches breaking the 5-star rating. Push or shove.
How do they break the 5 stars?
Like when it goes above, like if you have a 5-star rating and you have matches going to like 6 or 7.
Like how Kenny Omega constantly gets like 7 stars.
I will say no, because there is no 110%. It's 100%. That's it. That's all of it. You can start ranking them. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I say if you have a 5-star system, that's your system.
I'll agree. I think everyone needs to learn how to rank appropriately. So 5 stars should be the perfect match. Just judge harsher.
Yeah. All right. Mustafa Ali saying how he really feels on Raw Talk.
Push it straight to the moon. That man, I want this man to be taken care of for the rest of his life because he is speaking nothing but truth.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
He's like that old senile, like senior citizen who just like blatantly says stuff about like the in-laws.
Yeah. You see R-Truth and Charlie try to steer, back to shift. And he's just like, nope, I'm going straight for it. This is how I'm talking. I love it. It's like CM Punk's the pipe bomb, man. It's like, just tell you how it really is. We all thinking it.
Exactly. He tweeted out saying, insinuating that someone told him we're not going to give you a live mic anymore. It's like, good, because you're clearly not using them anyway, so we might as well speak the fucking truth.
Yeah. So, all right, I bring up this next one because I loved Omega and Phoenix, but that was a different style than Balor and O'Reilly, which I think is more of an MMA style. That's the next style of wrestling, push or shove.
Sorry, which one is the next style? The MMA or the high fly?
Like the MMA style is like the next big wave taking over.
I would push sparingly.
Yeah.
I think some people are going to do it and just say it's like strong style or something, just so they're not like, if people don't take care, like when people got turned off by the hardcore stuff, I think strong style people will still stick with strong style, but still do it. And I think only certain people should be able to do this because I think the wrong people, Nia Jax, are going to injure someone.
Exactly.
Oh, man. All right. And then last one of the segment. Marty Scurll debuts in AEW to challenge Darby Allin with Sting.
I want him in AEW. I don't know if I want him going against Darby and Sting.
I don't know. I just wish some of these people's like allegations would just be finalized.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that.
It's like we talked about with Dream. Like, it's just let us know what's what so we can rightfully watch them on television if they're going to be on television.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Marty's is a weird case, though, because he's admitted to it and it was legal. It's just creepy. So it's a weird case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I mean, they could honestly be saving him for the next night on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll find out soon if he joins or doesn't.
The only reason I don't want him to go against Sting and Darby is because I don't want I want whatever he does first he has to go over. But I don't want him to go over Darby. So
yeah, that's a good point. I was just thinking like the matchup wise, that's why I put that one together. But yeah, that's push and shove this week. Let us know what you think in the comments. And see you again next week with this segment.
Nice. Yeah, those are good ones. Yeah, so let's take a look at some tag teams. So obviously tag teams are hot. Tag teams are back in, AEW's got them on lockdown. WWE doesn't know what they're doing with them. Geico is using tag team with Scoop. There it is in the brand new commercial. So we all know Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, of course. That's the kind of joke. You either become Shawn Michaels or Marty Jannetty in a tag team.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're just going to look at a bunch of tag teams. Why are we doing it this way? Because the Acclaimed came out this week and they mentioned Marty Jannetty. what is it they call the Young Bucks, Marty Jannetty, and they were John Cena?
Yep, which I remember deleting an entry about how that made no sense comparatively, but whatever.
So, just for the sake of today, we're just going to run down tag teams here. I have some rules. I didn't include people like the Good Brothers, the New Day, the Briscoes, Golden Ace, the Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers, people like that, just because they're fine as a tag team. They're a unit that can have individual matches, but a lot of tag teams are built up to see who's the better one, who's the bigger star, and then they get propelled. And the other is Marty Jannetty. So we'll take a bunch of tag teams here and figure out who's the Jannetty. So you guys see the screen right here?
Yeah.
You guys are on the phone? Okay, I'll just name it off.
I can still see it. I can see it.
So first up, we have the Acclaim. Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. Who do you think is the Marty Jannetty?
Which one does the rapping? Max?
It's a Max Caster.
Max, the guy.
Right now, I think he's like the Michaels of the group. He has the most shine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, looks like Bowens, you're going through the barbershop window. Next up, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Personally, I'm going to say Dana Brooke is the Jannetty in every.
This one's easy.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure Vince is looking at her and calling her Jannetty.
You dyed your hair, Jannetty. Looks good. All right, next up, AEW, the Butcher and the Blade. And again, for some of these, maybe there is no Jannetty.
Yeah, this one's tough because Butcher can go, and I don't really like the Blade that much, but he's shown me a lot this year. I don't know if I can call him Jannetty. I think this one might not have one.
I agree.
Okay, it's a draw. All right, the Street Profits. Is there a Jannetty here?
Okay.
Yeah.
it is Angelo Dawkins, but it's just because Montez is so good. It doesn't. Angelo's not bad. It's just Montez is just another level.
Yeah, because Angelo, he's good, and he's a damn good straight man. I think without him, Montez Ford is too much. But he's not there like on the same level, like you said. So it is him, unfortunately.
Yeah,
he's the Jannetty, and I just feel bad because he is having a ball, and it just sucks because he's just one of those guys like you want to see happy.
Yeah.
So
like I will say this on his defense, there's levels to this. Like Otis and Tucker. Tucker's the Jannetty, but there's levels to this. Like he's not that bad. He won't disappear on his own. He's his own guy. He'll hold his own.
I'm just happy for him that it worked out because apparently he's been WWE since he was like 18. So I'm glad that somehow he ended up on the main roster. He's a Grand Slam tag champion. It worked out for him.
Good for him. We love you, Angelo. You get to keep the theme song when you split.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to another version of kind of the same type of team here. Private Party.
I don't see one, honestly. They both had great singles runs or singles matches this past year. I think they're both fine.
I hate to say it, and this is nothing against his skill. I think he is an amazing wrestler, but I think Mark Quinn is above Isaiah Cassidy.
That's what I had.
He's more athletic, but I don't know if he's above him.
Because
I think Isaiah's better talker.
I beg to differ. I think Mark Quinn is, and I also feel like when Mark he had that match on Dynamite
against Cody.
Yeah, like he just drew you. Like it.
Yeah,
he's got something, man. He's really got something.
He does.
He was with Cody, but Isaiah had a great one with Jericho, and
so when I saw that match, I don't know why. I just feel like Isaiah is gonna get the Jannetty treatment when they split. Like, I don't know. He doesn't. I prefer Quinn, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. It's nothing against Isaiah. Like Quinn is just something.
Yeah, to me, it's just like Quinn kind of gets it more or gets himself more. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but he's a great talent. Like he's great. It's just, yeah.
Real quick, it's Saturday night. COVID's done with. Everything's back to normal. Everyone's vaccinated or whatever. It's gone. Street Profits ask you to a party. Private Party asks you to a party. Which one do you go to?
Damn.
I think for me, it depends on the mood. Do I want to get all flashy and go out with the Private Party, or do I want to like have a house party with the Street Profits?
You know what? I'm gonna rock with my brothers from New York, man. I'm going with the Private Party. You know the vibes.
You know what? I agree. I'll go with that.
Okay. I don't own any really good clothes, so I wouldn't be able to hang with them or wouldn't get past the velvet ropes. I'll stick with my guys, the Street Profits.
Especially if Snoop Dogg gonna be there.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I think he did do a splash at a Mania because I remember him wearing that doggy style jacket.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think it was the Mania with like the horns for Texas.
Yeah, I just feel like they would have memed it and I would have been seeing it everywhere. But I don't know, maybe.
I'm old. I'm senile. Who knows? I'm making shit up. Next up, we have the Best Friends. What do you guys think? Is there Jannetty on here?
Yeah, it's Chuck Taylor. I think he can wrestle. If he was to train me, I would love to learn from him. I just don't like seeing him wrestle like singles, honestly. It just something ain't there for me.
Yeah, I'll agree. I love his wrestling. I'm catching on. Looking at his older stuff, he's great. But yeah, it's Trent. He's the Shawn Michaels here.
Yeah, I agree. I will say though, I did like Chuck Taylor on the mic going up against Rusev.
Yeah,
he just really made Rusev look like shit, kind of.
He did without even trying.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. These guys have excellent haircuts, I must say, but I also must say I don't know which is which, so I can't say who's the Jannetty.
Yeah, it's definitely Danny Burch, in my opinion. They're both kind of in that boat, but I think Oney Lorcan just has a little more markability. Oney's the one on the left.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, and I hate to say this because they're both amazing. I think they're both Jannetty. I think if they split up, they're not gonna float in WWE. They're gonna go the same way Jannetty did. They're gonna have to leave and have an indie career, and they're gonna be loved on the indies, but they're not gonna be Shawn Michaels.
I just have one question: is Oney Lorcan his actual name? Is that his real name?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I've been meaning to ask that for a while now.
I didn't know which was which on here, and again, bald white guys are very tough to like differentiate if you don't have a personality.
Yeah.
So like if I went to WWE or something, I'd be wearing more wigs than the Housewives of Atlanta. Like I am not going to get caught in this messy like bald guy. Who is this again? I don't know who.
Coming out with Triple H's blonde back in the day, have a wig like that.
The chaperone.
Oh man, I will give them credit for strictly their wrestling is what that got him over. It was literally just the wrestling.
That's true. That is true. All right, next up, it's strictly their dancing that gets them over. It's the hybrid 2. We got Jack Evans and Angelico. Who's the Jannetty?
Okay, if this was 10 years ago, it'd be Angelico because Jack Evans was on another level. He was a Ricochet Will Ospreay. Now it's Jack Evans. I'm sorry, man. I love his moves, but there's no substance really there. I think Angelico with his submission style can give you some good stuff. Like he had a really good match with Cody, I thought, singles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah, same here. They were a tag team. I keep them on here because I hope they put them back together. But the Iconics.
After what I've been seeing, I'm a huge fan of Billie Kay, so I think she's the Shawn Michaels.
Billie Kay is not a bad wrestler, man. She knows what she's doing. They're both really good.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say any of them are Jannetty, but they're booking Peyton really bad right now.
Yeah.
They are. I used to think Billie Kay was going to be the Jannetty of the bunch, but I mean, she knows her character. She's pulling it off really well.
Yeah, to her credit, she's doing a lot more with less, though, honestly, because I don't think she has that many matches. Just her backstage stuff, she's just delivering.
Exactly. Yeah. And honestly, if someone said like, hey, you have to go to work, you have to earn the exact same paycheck. Do you want to do the heavy lifting and mess up your body, or do you just want to have fun and like do stuff behind the scenes? I think she's winning in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last, we got Proud and Powerful. Santana and Ortiz. This one, there is no real Jannetty, but just hypothetically, who would you make the main star?
Santana. Just because he's got more personality, in my opinion, in matches.
Okay.
You don't like Ortiz's bear claws?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got them mixed up. That's who I meant. Ortiz.
Ortiz with the wild hair looking like a wild Samoan.
Yes, thank you. I got them completely mixed up. I meant Ortiz.
I always thought Santana was the better one, but yeah, you're right. Ortiz, he gives you a little extra dynamic when he wrestles.
Yeah, and he has a very good knack for I guess the closest I could think of calling it is like for making meme moments. Like when the orange juice was like falling on them, he slid all over the ring.
Yeah.
He can make a funny face right into the camera at the perfect moment. He's very good at that.
He is, and still being tough, like in the back, the parking lot brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you watch Eric's Speed Check, he said something about Matt Jackson and knowing a working camera. I think Ortiz has that same bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have Santana being the one going over. Honestly, there's two ways you could book Santana, and I think he could be the main event guy in AEW. One, if you put him in a suit, I don't want to see him in this because it's very generic. But if you put him in a suit, he's a very good-looking guy. He can wrestle in the ring. He's good for hardcore fans. He can hit everyone all around and be the face of your company so easily. And the other side of the coin, he could be like a different version of Stone Cold. Not Stone Cold, but he could be just like a guy fighting for people. I mean, they don't have a head of the company really, so they can't really pull it off. But I mean, he could be like a people's guy if the crowds are back to get him to the championship.
Yeah,
I could see that. I think that.
All right.
Do they have finishers? I just realized I've never seen them.
Like on their own or
Yeah.
as a tag? On their own, I don't think I've seen them have a finisher, to be honest. They've always been a tag team whenever I've seen them. I never really seen them wrestle singles for that matter.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like if they have wrestled in AEW, I feel like they've lost every singles match. So I just haven't seen it.
Cool. That's it for Who's the Genetti. Well, in today's day and age, it's a little bit different from like the 80s and the 90s because they're basically tag teams built to see who could be the star. But yeah, today's it's nice to see that there are a lot of people that there are real known Genettis.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Marty Jannetty, but whatever. You're Marty Jannetty.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Eric, you want to finish up our year-end awards?
I do. But before we get to that, I just want to make a quick announcement about the giveaway that happened. So it's been 3 weeks. None of the winners have gotten back to me. So when this video goes live, I'm going to be doing a drawing, and I'm going to comment who the new 3 winners are. I wish I could do it now, but I'm on my phone, so I can't. But keep an eye out. There's going to be a winner for our day ones, and then there's going to be 2 generic winners. So if you didn't win in the first one, this is your chance. Here's hoping. But now let's get going to the end of year awards. We've got about 6 or 7 categories for you guys. We're going to vote to decide who gets what award. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
All right. First category, we've got segment of the year. Nominees are, and again, if you guys can think of any that I forget, please feel free to add them. AEW retires the TNT title to Brody Lee Jr. Matt Hardy debuts in AEW. The Inner Circle Town Hall. Brody Lee debuts in AEW. And MJF Jericho Dinner Debonair.
So I'm gonna say like my favorite, like entertainment wise, was the Debonair, but I think the best segment has to be when they retired the TNT title to -1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a kind of a classy thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love the Dinner Debonair, but yeah, that retiring that belt really hit me.
Then I'm willing to say, so I think we all vote for that one. So I'm willing to open up a subcategory and say Dinner Debonair is the most entertaining segment of the year.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Entertaining segment of the year goes Dinner Debonair, but best segment of the year, AEW giving -1 the TNT title. Next category, cinematic match of the year. In a year we've had so many. Nominees are Swamp Match, Wyatt versus Strowman. Elite Deletion, Matt Hardy versus Sammy G. Stadium Stampede, Inner Circle, The Elite, Firefly Funhouse with Cena and Wyatt, and Boneyard match with AJ and Taker.
It's either Stadium Stampede or Boneyard Mark.
I'm gonna vote Stadium Stampede. But first of all, when I was getting this list together, I can't remember what website it was, but someone had what was it? The Firefly Funhouse with Cena and Wyatt as one of the worst cinematic matches of the year. And I take that that offends me to my heart. I love that match.
I think they wanted like an actual match. I don't think they got what they were doing.
You mean Cena and Wyatt or Vince?
Whoever that was didn't understand the point of the Cena Wyatt match.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. But Stadium Stampede was the most entertaining to me. I did not stop smiling watching that.
Yeah, because I felt like I was watching a spectacle. I was like, I was a little disappointed about Double or Nothing, but they really brought something that was awesome. I watched it a few times, so I can't fault Boneyard match. Boneyard, that was really well shot, but Stadium Stampede was awesome. And whoever said the Firefly Funhouse was one of the worst, you didn't see that Street Profits one with the Viking Raiders or some other terrible ones of the year.
Yeah.
So it's unanimous Stadium Stampede, or
yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, Stadium Stampede, Inner Circle, and the Elite get the win. Next up, pay-per-view of the year: WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, Revolution, Full Gear, All Out, NXT In Your House, and NXT TakeOver 31.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Hell in a Cell.
Trying to think back. So that was Sasha Bailey, that was Roman and Jay.
It's mainly those two matches I think about. I don't remember anything else at the top of my head. But I remember it being a really solid card.
Yeah.
Definitely not WrestleMania. That was so forgettable.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think All Out's in there because that was Moxie and MJF.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna take away Hell in a Cell. I'm looking at this and I got Lashley versus Slapjack and
gosh.
Yeah.
You didn't have Double or Nothing on there? That was on there?
Oh no, you're right. Double or Nothing also counts. I don't know, maybe Double or Nothing.
Look at the SummerSlam card.
Because that was Roman comes back, and that was Bray versus Strowman. Drew versus Randy, I'm guessing, ambulance match.
Yeah, it was.
Double or Nothing. I'm seeing like 3 or 4 matches I didn't like on there either.
I might go NXT In Your House. I think that was very, very good from what I can remember. You had Priest versus Gargano in that. That's when EO won. I'm trying to think of who the main event was, though.
I know that was also Adam Cole versus Dream. Was it?
Yeah.
That was Adam Cole versus Dream?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was the Keith Lee one.
Karrion Kross versus Ciampa.
That was a good match.
Balor
that was a quick
Priest,
match.
Keith Lee and Gargano.
So far, that's my front runner. I think the matches on there were pretty good.
Yeah, especially because the opening match was Mia Yim, Blackheart, and Tegan Nox against LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Gonzalez.
Yeah. I might go with that one, honestly.
Oh, wait. I forgot. War Games also. That's should count too, I guess.
Oh, War Games is on here?
Because that was, that just makes the count.
That's O'Reilly Balor?
No, that was at least I'm getting the time wrong. Wasn't that Undisputed Era versus Pat McAfee?
Yeah. And then Lorraine versus Shotzi's team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then EO versus. Oh no, she was on the team, obviously.
Ciampa, Thatcher, Loomis, Grimes, Gargano.
That was a
Priest,
good card
Ruff.
too.
Yeah. Legado de Fantasma versus. Oh, this is on the pre-show, maybe.
I think so. I think I'll go War Games right now, because it's your War Games are in your house.
I'll take War Games. I like those War Games matches a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's the thought process of how we get done at the West Coast Pop. Winning pay-per-view of the year, War Games. Next up, Rivalry of the year. We've got Edge versus Orton, Bayley versus Sasha, Keith Lee versus Cross, Mysterios versus Rollins, the Bucks versus FTR, Cody versus MJF, Cody versus Darby Allin, Moxley versus Kingston, Moxley versus Jericho, Inner Circle versus The Elite, Undertaker versus AJ Styles, Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee, Adam Page versus The Elite, and Adam Page versus alcoholism.
I'm
gonna go Bayley, Sasha.
I was thinking either them or Rollins and the Mysterios, but I think Bayley, Sasha never dipped the way the Mysterios and Rollins did. I felt like a few weeks they kind of dipped and didn't really know what they were doing. Then they pulled it back together as far as creative wise. So I'm gonna go Bayley, Sasha.
I'll agree. All right. Bayley versus Sasha, Rivalry of the year. Got two more to go. Return of the year. We've got
Edge.
Yeah.
All right. So before we agree on that, let me ask you, do you guys count the return of the year as the moment, or do you look at the moment plus everything that happens after?
Okay, so that's a good point, because right now I'm looking at Edge for the moment when he came back. Like nothing tops that, but he kind of got cut short with the injury and whatnot. So that's a good point to bring up.
Because if you count the moment, then it's Edge and we can move on. But if you count the moment plus everything after, I think it's Roman Reigns.
Agree there too.
Ooh. MVP?
He's on here. So the whole list was Edge, Sting, MVP, Karrion Kross, Sami Zayn, Taker, Mustafa, and Ember Moon.
Yeah, shout out to Ember Moon. She had a great return. Sting, we haven't seen too much yet. And then Karrion's still in the beginning. Damn.
I'll stick with it. I think MVP is doing a good job at guiding everyone else too. So he doesn't get the shine all the time, even though it is pretty much MVP's doing.
Yeah. I'll give, it has to be Edge though still for me, because it's been 11 years, something crazy like that of a return. We did see Roman already this year. So it wasn't that big of a return. But yeah, I have to give it to Edge.
And you said MVP, Zach, or you said Edge?
Oh no, Edge.
Okay. All right, then yeah. Edge. That was a great moment. Would have been so much better if they got that first spear on camera, but for some reason they can't shoot like rumbles.
Come on.
AJ's entrance must have been near that spear, so they had to cut away from it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. All
Wait,
right.
wasn't the spear on? Yeah. Spear was on AJ.
And lastly, I originally was going to do this. I was going to call this the worst show of the year, but we all know it's Raw. So let's look positively and say the best weekly show of the year. Nominees: SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK, AEW, all the weekly shows except for Raw.
I'm going to say NXT with a close second being Bravo's Below Deck series.
I'm torn.
Let me just say the reason I don't put Dynamite above NXT is because NXT has too much stuff I think they need to work on. And sometimes they don't bother working on it. So it frustrates me. And it frustrates me because I want them to be better in the ratings, not against NXT, but I want them to beat Raw and SmackDown. I just want them to be a bigger company, and I just want them to be a better place to go for people. So WWE isn't the end all be all for people.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I get
think
frustrated with Dynamite so often.
I get frustrated with Dynamite too because I want it to be more. But I think some of the peaks they hit this year in some of these matches, like the Jericho Cruise, everything they did to start off the year was amazing. But where they really dropped the ball was some of their build up to pay-per-views, like the Go Home show for I think Double or Nothing was pretty weak. I think the one for All Out was kind of weak. The Full Gear one was really good, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna go Dynamite though. That's one I watch consistently full. I still mess up with NXT, but I think Dynamite being like that's the brand, they're a main show. It's exciting still to me.
Yeah. I think NXT has better matches, has more top matches than AEW does. But for once, I'm going to agree with Jim Cornette and say the reason I like AEW is because I'm more likely to see a car crash on there than NXT. So, as much as I hate to agree with him, I think I have to vote for AEW. But Dynamite, but NXT is definitely a second. They're just both good. It just sucks that Raw is nowhere. Like Raw should be on this list. Raw should be at the top, but it's not.
Raw's on cruise control, man.
Yeah, Raw is awful, and we're not going to get into it. We already talked about it, but the talent, man, come on.
That's the thing that pisses me off when I watch Raw, because it's not like I'm watching some random group of people. If you ask me who WWE would you put on your show, most of my roster would be the people that are on Raw right now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Do you think they'll have, because I really want it to happen. I think if they do this, I'll go back to watching consistently. But do you think they'll ever get rid of that third hour?
They need to, but USA's greedy. I mean, no Modern Family rerun's going to beat that third hour.
Yeah.
Unless the fucking Chrysalees pull a miracle out of their ass and get another hour of TV.
Ms. and Mrs.
I think that's on the way out. The Bellas are on the way out, and Total Divas are on the way out. So,
really, yeah. I mean, half the reason I watched Total Divas for one season because Rusev was on there in the background.
Yeah,
going through Lana's clothes. All right, thank you, thank you, Eric, for that segment and for putting all that together. Looking back at 2020, I forget how much I forgot.
Yes.
Noc, you got a little Royal Rumble segment?
Yeah. So, we always do the predictions right now. Depending if you're a member of Justice League or not. Sadly, Eric's the champion of the West Coast Pop. So, but we all thought it'd be good to include you guys. We always want to include you in the comments and whatnot. So for the Royal Rumble, I just need you to leave a comment on this video. I'll do a random number assigned to you. And if you win that, you'll be the inaugural winner of the Royal Rumble West Coast Pop Championship. The greatest Royal Rumble ever, all that stuff. We'll work out the details, but leave a comment and you'll get a number so you take part in the game. Each member of the cast member will also get a number. And we'll see who wins, man. See who gets lucky.
So there's 30 numbers in there. Each of us will draw 10, and then you will be part of one of our little stables for the Rumble.
Yeah. Actually, I'll give you 2 numbers because there's 2 Royal Rumbles. I can't forget about that women's Royal Rumble.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I was going to say, you sexist. You forgot about
Oh, man. Don't do me like that.
I just want to point out for the fans, last year we did this. Your boy actually got the winning number with Charlotte Flair. My luck is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it should be a little fun. We'll see if we stream or not, but we got just Instagram, Twitter to hit us up. We can watch it live. I'll for sure be watching it live.
Oh, for sure.
But so definitely leave those comments.
Definitely.
Sweet. That is going to be fun. It's the best pay-per-view of the year because it's just so damn fun. And then they have championship matches in there for you to go to the bathroom and put some more food on your plate. But looking forward to it. Let's go to the end here. This is promo school. So if you guys don't know, Noc and Eric are independent wrestlers, and they decided we're going to stay in theme with the Jannetty stuff. They decided that they are going to be a tag team. That is the most
Sure.
unselfish thing you can do in wrestling, in my opinion, starting out as a tag team, helping each other out. I love that. So today is your barbershop. You are going to turn on the other. However you do it is fine. And obviously you don't have a long history like the Rockers right now. So you can make up shit, make up matches, make up things that happen to add to your promo. But you turn on your you turn on your opponent either in the promo or you already did last week, however you want to do it. This is it. This is going to be your turn. You're going to turn into a heel star.
Okay.
So, yeah, the other one's going to be a Jannetty, but you're both going to be the Michaels in your promo.
All right.
And I'll be Brutus Beefcake.
Okay.
So whenever someone is ready, just let me know. And
I'll go first then.
Okay.
Make sure I got my headphone on so I can pace around. Every week, I've had to tag with someone I've considered my best friend, someone who I have literally gone to war with. And I thought we shared the load 50-50. I thought we shared the rewards 50-50. I thought everything was 50-50. But every week I come out here, I hear you people. I hear you people cheer, but you're not cheering for us. You're cheering for him. Every week I come out here, I see you people stand on your feet, but you're not standing for us. You're standing for him. When did us become him? Well, I'll tell you something right now. I have bills to pay. I have rent to pay. I have food to put on my table. I refuse to let you people make me Jannetty. Now, let me say this right now. Naki, if you can hear me, I am going to hurt you. I am going to erase you. I am going to delete you from the annals of history, not because I want to, but because I refuse to become Jannetty. And I want you to understand that if you are man enough to shake my hand when it's all said and done, we can go back to being friends. But right now, it's you or me. And Naki, I refuse to be your Jannetty.
Very nice. Awesome job, Eric. That is better than most people's heels turn in wrestling. That was good.
Go
ahead, man. You're good.
I was going to say before, I actually do really hope that one day we do get to do this storyline. That is my dream. How I want it to end if we end our tag team is one of us has to turn on the other.
Noc, you ready?
Hold on. Okay, there's a little bit of fireworks in the background, but there's always fireworks in my background when I come through. Eric, let me tell you, from day one in wrestling school, when they asked us to cut promos, you know what I did? I looked at the crowd, but I only saw you. You were the only competition in that crowd for me. And I came straight for you. And I made you my partner. So I thought together we'd be strong. I thought together we'd go straight to the moon. But what I had found out, tagging with you, I found out what Atlas found. I found out what the mountain found. All I'm doing is carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, but I'm carrying you in this tag team. And for that, I'm taking you out. You weren't my tag team partner. You were my Robin. You were my Watson. Dear me, Mr. Eric. Dear me. Because Sherlock is stepping away. I don't care about no blog. I don't care about the tag team. I'm coming to stomp you out. Dear me.
Damn.
My word.
Hate each other.
If only Tucker had done this at some point.
Those were both really well done. I got to congratulate you guys. This is all on the fly. If you're listening, they don't know what I'm going to do each week. These are very well done. Good job with the improv, both of you. That was above and beyond what I was looking for.
Thank you,
oh,
sir.
Man. I was really trying to think of a better Sherlock reference to get over to Eric, but I couldn't think of one at the moment.
I like that. I dug it.
Because if I listened closely back when I was a kid, when I remember after Marty Jannetty got thrown through a window, he's like, "So I'll still pick you up after the show. We'll drive to the next spot together." That was a good job, man. Yeah, that is it. That was Promo School. That is our episode. Thank you all so much for listening. You guys got any last words?
I don't know. Boycott Raw. Let's make them sweat.
If you guys have another segment for us to do in the Raw time, let us know. We want to continue Raw. If you like hearing us bash it, But if you have something else, let us know.
Because apparently that's the highest viewed speed check. So if you guys want it, I'll do it. But just know it hurts.
The man too, Noc, give this man a view too. He just did a review on the Miles Morales game for PS5. I'm jonesing to play that game. Nice job on that, Noc.
Very true.
Thank you.
Oh man, so Zach, any word on where they could find us?
Well, they cannot find us by using their H phone, that's for damn sure. But they can find us having a long career because there's no Jannetty on this team. We're all Shawn Michaels all day, all night. Now hit our music.